What's going on, everyone? This is Andrew from Visions TV Online. I'm here with my boy Amani. What's going on, my G?
Good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you. So, me and Amani's known each other for a very long time, we've been doing this thing for quite a long time. So, I just want Amani just to break it down to us to let everyone know how long we know each other and how we got to meet and etc. So,
Hey everyone, my name's AMANI Simpson. I have known you for since 2008 maybe, when we were doing our events. So I own a company called VisionsInspires. We used to be called Aviat Entertainment, and we did some work with Andrew and Jazzy many years ago. And so yeah, we kind of come full circle. Now I'm getting interviewed. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah, man, we've been doing the Jazzy show way back with Jazzy, and Amani used to holler at me, man. Like we was doing your show called Crown the DJ, isn't it?
Yeah, Crown the DJ. So for those that may or may not know, Crown the DJ was like a very unique DJ composition. Still in the pipe work, so we might bring it back. But yeah, essentially it was groundbreaking. We did a competition, and Jazzy was our host, and he just used to come and liven it up and just really get the audience on 100. So yeah, it was good to have you guys as part of that journey. It's pioneering work, So yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That was an inspirational moment, boy, because like when we used to work together, me and Jazzy used to be all over the place, and you used to just holler at us and just say, "Yo, come down, host." We did quite a few of your events, right? Yeah, man. It was big back then. But man, your story online, man. Like, when did this actually happen? 'Cause I want to get like the dates right, because like when we did Crown the DJ, like, did it happen before then, or did it have? It was after, yeah.
Yeah, so we did Crown the DJ 2008-ish, 2009. I then went on to do like a few under 18 parties. I think Jazzy also was involved in a couple of them as well. And then 2011 in July is when I got stabbed. And so that was the time where I was promoting. Many people don't know this because obviously the film has a different alternative kind of ending or explanation. But yeah, I got stabbed basically promoting for one of our events that we used to put on. And yeah, I literally just kind of had to shut it down because everyone thought that it was a negative thing, but it wasn't even that. It was just me getting involved in someone else's argument. And so yeah, me doing it again now is me kind of rebirthing it. And another thing people don't know is that I got stabbed wearing my AVR t-shirt. So this is like kind of it's a sacrifice, It's deeper. It's deeper than just it's purpose stuff. So yeah, that's the kind of history behind how I got stabbed.
So tell me more about Aviat. What is Aviat, and what you're trying to do with Aviat?
So Aviad is the name of my company. It's a compound of two words, which is aviation and ARD. ARD and hard. Sorry. I always think about the two words together. Aviation is the method of flying or the engineering of heavier than air aircraft to get to a destination. And ARD is short for hard, as I said, and that's about being resistant to pressure and, really just being solid and firm. So it's all about engineering your mindset to get to where you want to go and just being, firm and solid in what you believe. And we basically empower young people through personal development events and media. And right now we're working on some big projects. Obviously, the Amani film came out, which kind of showcases my story or part of my story. And yeah, it's just been an honor to really be part of the conversation that is aimed at providing solutions for young people. So, yeah.
So yeah, I noticed at the end of the film you spoke about these projects. What do you have any projects coming up now, or do you have anything running at the moment?
Yeah, so currently I go into schools and youth offending places and alternative provisions and basically run 6-week programs and do motivational talks and basically just show the film and have question and answers. So just really trying to make the film really interactive, really trying to be community focused with what we're doing. I didn't create the film to become a celebrity or to kind of build this profile with kind of no foundation. It's about being able to leverage it to really inspire the next generation and show them that there's other options. So for me, it's a real honor to see that, you know, we've had nearly 2 million views on the video. And we had 1 million views in 4 days, and so to see it kind of catapult that quickly, and the amount of people it's impacted, it's just really humbling to be that person and be able to kind of, you know, to shine my light. Really, I say, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm noticing that you're doing big things. I see you on the O2 and etc. Giving speeches and etc. Wembley, yeah, the Wembley, yeah. So how did it feel to be in front of so many people, speaking to so many young children, all at the same time? It's just mad, isn't it?
It was electric, I think is the best word. It was very much like I could feel the energy in the room, and it charged me up. You know, one of the things that me and Temi said, the girl, Temi Mwale, my sister, she's just a firm, you know, activist for you know, young people, and we just said it charged us. We had like loads of primary school children and secondary school kids in there, and you know, when we spoke, they stood up, they kind of held their fist in the air, and they said, "Yeah, we'll stand together." And it was a moment. So for me, that's just part of the journey. But you know, essentially, it's just about making sure that what young people see, they can aspire to, and that we're empowering them, we're giving the tools to kind of allow them to do what they need to do, and you know, opening the right doors and the right conversations. So yeah, it's all part of it, man. You know.
I heard that, man. This is a lot, man. So, how do you feel about what's going on with the youth today? I see you on some news interviews talking and trying to encourage the youth just to stay away from the gun, knife, and crime situation. So, how do you feel to be in that position that you are influencing the youth and trying to steer them away?
I definitely feel like I've got a big responsibility, a big role to play in all of this. What I would say is that I believe it's a mindset. You know, it's definitely something where the young people are trapped in this kind of prison mindset. My brother Robin Travis has got an amazing book called Prisoner to the Streets, and it just talks about how that mindset can be birthed from small things like telling your child, if someone hits you, hit them back harder, or you know, this idea of being trapped in this area and thinking that's all you can do. And so we're really trying to just break them free from that. Again, you know, for someone like myself, the environment that I grew up in, I didn't have to get caught up in some of the things I got caught up in. But it's attractive when you're in school, when, you know, you got youth culture that's glorifying these things. So platforms like what you're building is great because you're offering alternatives. And, you know, we need to just continue to build these things and make sure that they're amplified, and that the news platforms that we have are really providing positive messages alongside the negative news, because not all black boys are murderers or gang members. You know, there's many young black men that are doing amazing things. Look at the 56 black men. You know, look at what they're doing, and they're trying to change narratives. And so we're in a generation where we can do that. So it's just there's so many different components to this thing, but each of us have to just, as I always say, learn, earn, return. You know, once you've got that money and you've got that experience, you go back and you just help someone else, and that's all we can do. You know, just put the work in for the youths, and you know, even if you change one, you're doing a good job. You know.
I heard that. So, because you're a Christian, you're a believer. How does your faith play into all of this?
For me, it's a pivotal part of my story. I wanted to make sure that my faith kind of amplified through the film. Actually, when me and Javan sat down to talk about doing the film, that was how we met, because he's a Christian as well, and so he basically said, "I want to do a film about faith." And you know, talking to a young man do you know anyone who's got a story who's kind of struggling with their faith? And it was like, tell your story. It was just like that moment for me. And so to be able to kind of tell it and not have to be apologetic about it, and you know, cut things out. This is my story. This is what I believe, and it's touching lives. So I just want to make sure that as I go forward, I continue to get to know Christ and get a better understanding of what his message and his mission was, and just try and shine the light that I've been given. You know, I believe that we're all sons and daughters of God, and that we have particular elements in us that are here to kind of bless the world and do different things. Our purposes are all different, and so while we're on this earth, we just have to follow the kind of the representation that Christ gave us, and just make sure that we're living and being an example for the kingdom. And you know, that's the main thing for me. You know, no one's ever perfect. All we do is try and take every day better than the day before. You know, yeah, that's my journey. I love the fact that God kept me alive, but I know I've got to do something with it. So yeah.
Amani, you know what? This has been a lot, my friend. You know, and it's nice to actually be with you today, and just to catch up with you, and just kind of just spreading the word, and kind of, you know what? Just stay focused on what you're doing. In it, you are making a change in a lot of people's life. And you know what? Faith without works is dead. You know, so you are.
I'll give you another one as well. That same one, faith without works is dead. But also, pray like it's up to God, work like it's up to you. Yeah, so I love those two. That's one of my favorite sayings, because that's the only way we get these things done. We pray, but then we got to get up and go and get on with what we've prayed for, because God will empower us to do it. You know, so yeah.
Amani, you know what? Where can we find you? Where can we find more information about you and your website? And just give us all your Instas and everything.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on AMANI.Simpson on Instagram. I've done quite a lot of different interviews and features. I'm going to be on the London Need You Alive campaign, so you guys will probably see it on like the trains and stuff like that. But generally, just like I would say, without trying to sound bougie, Google AMANI Simpson, and a lot of the things will come up, because I just really feel like now that I've got a bit more of a catalogue behind me, it's good for you to see variation. I don't want you just to get the same old interviews. The stuff about knife crime, I've got things about business, about, you know, mindset, and it's just, if you want to know more, just search, and just hit me up on Insta. I'm pretty good at getting back to DMs. And I'm just here to serve and empower the next generation coming after. As I said, it's learn, earn, return. So let's go.
Amani, big up, man.